Welcome back. I'm Kevin Rutherford. We're going to get right back to your phone calls. Hey, I want to remind you of a special we're running in the Let's Truck store. We just brought in a whole bunch of new apparel. It's the one thing that our listeners and members ask us for most often. Really cool mechanic shirts with Let's Truck and NDK and Destination Health hoodies. We have some really cool new hoodies, some new thermals. And because of that, we want to get rid of some vintage inventory that we've got, which is still great stuff. We've just updated and brought in some new things. So there's a special going on in the store right now. I think buy anything new, you get one vintage shirt with it as well. I don't know the exact details. Go check it out. It's at letstruck.com in the store. I'm going to get back to the phone calls. Let's go to Georgia. Joseph, welcome to the program.
Yeah, hi, Kevin. Thanks for taking my call. Can I have something for free? Will you give me something for free?
Of course. Well, sort of free. Come on. The shirt's free, but you got to buy something to get it. You know how that goes.
I don't. I'm a generous person. I give people stuff for free without
Not me.
Stipulations all the time.
Never do I give anything away free. I have an ulterior motive for everything I do.
Okay.
I just
I'm
want
not
to be
calling you.
about that.
Yeah, I'm not calling you like a little baby. I'm saying the idea of suing anybody for this the government damaging your life expectancy has went up over 10% over the last 50 years. So maybe the low fat, low cholesterol should be praised.
Well, let me start by agreeing with you. That doesn't happen often, right? But I'm going to start there. I'm going to start where we agree. I'm kind of with you. I said I don't really believe in using the court system to settle things like this. So I'm with you on that one. Now let's talk about life expectancy. That's a really, really bad measure of anything. So, but let me agree with you. Let me say, all right, life expectancy went up. I could argue it 15 different ways, but I won't. I'll just agree with you. Why then is it on its way down now? Because it is.
Because of drugs and suicide. We have too many guns in society. Suicide is at just an exorbitant level, and that would come from my next point that I was going to talk about. But if you want to respond to that, go ahead.
Yeah, I could show why suicide and mental health is on the rise. It has a direct correlation to our diet.
Oh, are you a doctor? Did you perform a study that proved that?
No, I'm a nutritionist. That's why I said diet. I didn't say there was a medical reason for this because I'm not a doctor. There's a food reason for this. There's also a prescription. There's a prescription drug reason for this. Listen to daytime TV and how many drugs now have the side effect suicidal thoughts and tendencies. That's a side effect of drugs now. Suicidal thoughts and tendencies. The drug companies they put it right in their own commercials.
Okay, so are you disagreeing that the reason why it's going down is because of suicide and drug overdose? Or are you agreeing with me on that too?
That's part of it. You're absolutely right. Why are so many people?
I love being right.
Yeah, that is a big part of it. So again, 3 things. We are 3 for 3 today on what we agree on. But why? Why do we have such a big illegal drug problem? Does it have anything to do with our prescription drug system? 80% of the people who are on heroin and fentanyl started with prescription opioids.
Okay, that'll take me to my next point about your economic policies. When you talk about, I have a different opinion because I think people should be working, and if that means I've got to make a little bit less so other people can stay in the job game and keep working and have self-worth and value in their lives, then I'm fine with that. You know, to live in this country is getting so hard, and I think that's one of the turn to suicide and turn to drugs is because it's getting so tough. And the only reason this country's been able to stop the rich getting richer, the poor getting poorer, is because they put in a whole bunch of fake money that keeps people alive.
I have a hard time, though, because it's easy to say it's getting harder and harder to live in this country, but give me an example. I can't think of anything that's more difficult today than it was 30 years ago. We've become a bunch of marshmallows because life is so damn easy.
Right, but the only reason that it's easy is because we're printing fake money. If we were living in reality, we'd have so many people out on the streets now. You said there's more people in the...
I'm pretty sure I'm living in reality. My day's pretty real, and you could say we're printing money, and we are, but when did that start? When we got off the gold standard? Several decades now, but we're still doing okay.
Right, and after we got off the gold standard, what happened to the wages of the middle class? They went stagnant, while the rich people they went up like 300%.
Just because you keep saying, I will say, let's agree on one thing again. The rich have gotten far richer. No question about it. It's not even close. They have got richer. I get that. The middle class, to say that they're shrinking and it's hard, come on. I mean, just go back 30 years. The average house was 1,100 square feet. Families had one car and one TV. Now you've got 2,500 square feet, 3 cars. The 15-year-old gets a car. Everybody's got a phone with a cell phone plan and internet, 97 subscriptions for music services. And we wonder why it's more expensive? Because we have about 30 times more than what we had back then.
Yeah, but everything's being subsidized. It's not real.
What's being subsidized other than farm crops? The stuff that's killing
what are you
us.
Talking about this?
The corn, the wheat, and the soy is what's being subsidized, and that's what's killing people.
No, you have housing, free food, free phone.
Here's another place. Here's another place we could agree. Let's take away all that free stuff then. I'm with you.
Okay, what happens to the people when they don't have a house and food? What are they going to do to you who works? Don't you understand? You welfare. This country is a private shithole.
Hey, Joseph, what happens when we take away all their free stuff? They could go get a job. Come here to try to steal something. I have guns. I like the Second Amendment too.
Okay. Well, am I going to get something for free or not? I'll trade you a dog recipe for something for free. You know the countries with the highest life expectancy, actually dog is part of the palate? Did you know that?
I love dogs. I do. I really love dogs. But I also understand that we eat any animal on the planet. And what one culture eats might seem weird, but it's really not. We eat all kinds of animals. So I don't have... Here's what I'm going to do, though. We agreed on 4 things today. That's a world record. I'm going to send you a vintage shirt.
Well, I already have plenty of shirts. Why don't you donate one to the poor and take a picture out of put it on Facebook or something?
We'll do that.
So I can see that.
We'll do that.
But thank you.
In your name. All right. Let's get to another call. Let's head off to Tennessee. Bill, welcome to the program.
Hey, Kevin, perfect timing. Just got done putting cocoa juice in the crack.
There you go. What's on your mind today?
Well, I caught your show late, and I heard you talking about class action suits because what we're eating is killing us. Well,
yes, not my idea, by the way. I was responding to a caller.
Okay, well, like I said, came in late into the conversation. In spitball, you have to wonder, what are we trying to achieve, and how are we going to go about doing it? My thought is, we're doing it just to get the word out. Basically, a big, major publicity campaign. what better way than to sue the federal government? You know, the FDA, Surgeon General, for allowing this misinformation to propagate.
You know, there are some
And
precedents here.
we'd have to get a rich lawyer that would be doing it just for the sake of having something to do.
Well, that's part of the problem with class action lawsuits is the real winners in all class action lawsuits are the attorneys. They're the ones that make all the money. There's some precedent for this. We could look at the tobacco cases. You know, unfortunately, I don't think the government was held responsible for that. And I don't think they should have been. The tobacco companies were clearly caught at lying and cheating and withholding information that did harm people. I'm not big on lawsuits, but there are times where it does make sense. Companies do need to be held responsible. Like, what's that?
We're just trying to avoid. Even
Yeah.
if 10 people read the newspaper and see the federal government's being sued because they're killing people with their diet, that's 10 people that live longer.
Yeah, there is some. Again, I'm not a big fan of using the court system in lawsuits. I'm not saying it's not effective and it could work. I'll keep doing what I do, and I know I'm not reaching nearly as many people as a major class action lawsuit against the government would. But we're reaching the people that want to change. They're open to the idea that we really have been lied to for a very long time. Let's take a break. I'm going to get to a break. I'm going to come back. We'll get to more of your calls and questions right after this. 888-876-2336. Stick around.
Pitbull Globalization, the channel Pitbull created, playing non-distributed static.
I'm on fire. Music is universal.